Hi, I'm Andi Hoover, the Family Community Development Extension Agent in Greenbrier County. I'm here today to talk to you about refrigeration safety. Many of us don't think about refrigeration and safety of our food unless there's a power outage. However, there are things that we can do every day to help keep our food safe. How we store our food, when we store our food, and cleaning up old food in our refrigerator helps to keep everything safe. So today we are going to learn how to keep your refrigerator at the proper temperature, how to store your foods to keep them fresh longer, and how to clean up spills. So hopefully we can help keep your family safe. Refrigeration is important to slow bacterial growth. Bacteria is everywhere. It is in our soil, it's in our air, water, and in our food. When our food is left in the danger zone, which is above 40 degrees and below 140 degrees, bacteria can grow more easily. A refrigerator should be set at 40 degrees Fahrenheit or lower in order to keep our foods fresh. There are different types of bacteria that can grow in our foods. Spoilage can happen. Spoilage can even grow at a low temperature, such as in our refrigerator. And these spoiled foods often have a funny smell or an odd taste, and we would probably choose to not eat that spoiled food if it smelled funny, but if we did, it may not make us sick. However, do we want to take that chance? Foods that are stored too long in the refrigerator may have a bacteria called Listeria, and over time, that bacteria will multiply in a refrigerator, and this could cause foodborne illness. Every refrigerator should have a thermometer. Some of our new refrigerators actually have a thermometer in them that can help monitor the temperature of your refrigerator. If your refrigerator doesn't have a thermometer, then you'll want to purchase one and keep it in your refrigerator, looking at it daily to make sure that it's 40 degrees Fahrenheit or lower. So the placement of food is also a factor in keeping our foods safe and keeping them fresh longer. Items such as milk should not be kept in our doors like we have always thought. It should be kept on a shelf in our refrigerator, along with our other dairy products such as butter and sour cream. Our grab-and-go foods should be at the top of our refrigerator, along with our eggs, any lunch meat, yogurts, things that we can pick up and go. Our middle shelf is used for leftovers, for sealed packages, and for additional lunch meats and condiments. On the bottom shelf, we have our chicken and our hamburger on a plate. So although they are packaged, they can still drip juices. So we want to make sure that they're on some type of a platter that will collect any juices that may run off. In our drawers, we want to have our vegetables in one drawer and with our high humidity, and our fruits in another drawer with low humidity. Many of our refrigerators these days have an additional drawer for meats and cheeses. An adjustable temperature meat drawer maximizes the storage time of our meats and our cheeses. Additional cool air is directed into the drawer to keep those items cold without freezing. Cover foods that you need to retain moisture and to prevent them from picking up odors from those other foods. You can also chill your food rapidly in ice cold water, like an ice cold water bath before refrigerating. That will bring the temperature down quickly so that it's not in the danger zone cooling down in your refrigerator. If you have leftovers that you want to refrigerate, you can put them directly into the refrigerator if you choose to do that. However, if it is a large pot of soup or a large cut of meat, you may want to cut those into smaller portions. and have them in containers that have lids so that they can cool quickly. Again, when we talk about that danger zone of 40 degrees and 140 degrees, if you put an entire pot of hot chili into your refrigerator, it's going to take a long time for that entire pot of chili to cool down. So you don't want your food in that danger zone for that long. Splitting it up and putting it in smaller containers can help it to cool more quickly. Another factor is keeping the refrigerator clean. If something would happen to spill in your refrigerator, you want to make sure that you're using something such as a disinfecting wipe to clean that spill immediately. We don't want those juices from any raw meats or from any drinks that may get sticky or run into our other foods. If you would happen to have some cheese or some butter laying on a shelf, you don't want chicken juice to run right on that. So we want to make sure that we clean up our spills quickly and that we're using some type of disinfecting agent. It also helps our refrigerator to smell fresh, and eliminating odors helps our foods to taste the way they're supposed to. Food that's not covered in the refrigerator can pick up the smells of other foods, again affecting the taste. I hope these tips have helped you today to learn where we should place our refrigerated items. For additional information, please check our West Virginia University Extension website.